Okay, good afternoon students. Yesterday we have learned one of the part of fourth lesson that 5-year plans in mixed economy, and in that we have learned 3 points: public sector, private sector and joint sector. And also after that we have studied the 5-year plan made by under the leadership of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and then after we have studied that fundamental principles of planning. So once again I want to revise you little bit whatever we have learned. Okay, so first we have learned yesterday that mixed economy, that brainstorming about a kind of economy we would adopt after independence started much before India got independence, and our Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru adopted the middle path rather than the taking recourse to any extremes. Some countries had adopted capitalism and some had adopted socialism. So each type of economy its own advantage. So India accepted mixed with both capitalism also and socialism also. In that we have studied the mixed economy works both in private and public sector. Two sectors mainly we have studied. First one, public sector, which whatever industries are there, they were controlled by the Indian government or the particular government of that country. And second one, after that we have studied that private sector, in that industries were owned and controlled by their private owners, industrialists. So when we combine these both economies, that time India also focusing on a private sector and public sector and controlling and administrating in a discipline the industrialization. So after that we have studied in 1973 increase the speed of development, priority was given to the policy of control, influence of heavy industries. So influence of heavy industries, control their influence. So India had focused mostly on them, and also India paid more attention on cottage industries, small scale industries and medium industries. So these are all industry sector, and also government also started paying more attention toward the cooperative sector. So after that we have studied that the colonial power had exploited India problems like poverty, unemployment, population growth, low standards of living, low productivity of agriculture and industries, and the backwardness in the fields of knowledge, science and technology. Planning was essential to solve the problems. So India established the Planning Commission in 1950 under the leadership of Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, and it formulated India's 5-year plan, and through that 5-year plans we have focused some subject to develop that industrialization, balanced industrialization, also agriculture, and also science and technology and economical development. So these are points are mentioned into the objective section of the 5-year plan. So before that we will see the fundamental principle of planning. So yesterday we have studied in previous lecture that goals of plan. So what are the goals and objectives are there behind the making 5-year plan, that we will see now one by one. So first we have seen yesterday that we are going to see the goals of plan, the general goals of economic planning in India as are follows. So our lesson name is economic development. Fourth lesson, economic development. So which are the goals are here that we are going to see step by step. Increase in national income. First goal, increase in national income. So basically the main motto and objective behind the making the 5-year plans that the productivity should be increased in a nation. And now second one we are going to see, bring about rapid industrialization. Bring about rapid industrialization by focusing on the basic industries. By focusing on basic industries. See, if you can see here, bring about rapid industrialization. How the country will bring a rapid progress in the particular section. So in industrial section, if we want a rapid progress, then we have to focus on basic industries. The basic which are the necessary fundamental industries, whatever basic production is there, necessary production, on that industries government has had to pay more attention. They thought like that and they started to focus on more basic industries. Next one, third, bring about an increase in agricultural production. Bring about an increase. Bring about an increase in agricultural products. Agricultural products, and next continually we can see, so that the country becomes self-sufficient. So that country becomes self-sufficient. That country becomes self-sufficient. Now next one we are going to see, bring about increase in agricultural products, so that the country will become self-sufficient. So whatever, if one time the country independently start taking the production of each and every product, then that country will not depend for the product on another country. So ourselves self-dependently we have to start making our products, and it is beneficial. In low cost we can sell our products, we can people also purchase. If we are exporting and importing from another country, suppose we are importing products from another country, then it will be a very costly and that out of budget from our country. So we should start productivity or production of particular product. Next one, in that only we are going to see, in a food grain production, remaining part, self-sufficient in food grain product. So whatever food grains are there, pulses are there, barley, jawar, wheat, food grains are there, pulses are there, and also the fruits are there, vegetables are there. So we must be self-dependent in our country to take these types of the productions. Now next one, fourth, we are going to see, use the human resource in the country. Fourth one, use the human resource in the country. And in that next we are going to continue. Use the human resources in the country optimally by making increasing employment. Optimally by making increasing employment opportunity available. Employment opportunities. So whatever industries we are starting in our country, due to that we have to use human resources available in our country, means people we have to use for the work as a laborer, and that is beneficial for the people. They will get opportunity of employment and they will get wages or salary after specific period, at the end of month or weekly. It's depend on that criteria of that particular industry. So these 4 big goals we have seen now. Now we are going to step forward. The 5th one, remove the inequality in earnings and wealth. So next one we are going to see 5th one, remove the inequality in earnings and wealth. Remove inequality inequality in earnings and wealth. Earnings and wealth. So suppose if any employee is working in a particular industry, and how much time he spending on a work. So is it he really getting that much salary, or is it there a inequality in a salary and wealth? Suppose it should not be happen that the worker working for 12 hours in a day or 8 hours in a day, but exactly according to his work that much salary he is not getting, then it is an inequality in between wealth and earnings. Next one, maintain the stable prices of commodities. Next one, 6th, maintain the stable prices of commodities. Commodities means goods. Whatever goods are there, whatever production is taken by a particular industry, so industry and that management or administration must fix the price, and try to keep it stable, means should not increase after specific time quickly or should not decrease the rate or price of the particular period. So try to maintain the particular fixed or stable price or rate of a particular product. Okay, so it will bring a stability into the market for the particular product. Next one is there, maintain stable price community. Sixth one over, bring the growth in population under control by family planning. Bring the growth in, seventh one, bring the growth in population under control under control by family planning. So one of the necessary point that government suggested into the 5-year planning, that our population should be controlled, and for that we must have a particular planning. So if more population is there in our country, then many were the reasons, many were the problems will again create, that poverty, unemployment. So people will again live backwards from the facilities of government. So many were the problems will again arise. So it should not be arise. So that's why we have to make a plans, and government have announced few policies or few new schemes for the people. They should systematically manage, and they should plan for their future, and do with the policy of family planning, human and society should control on the family should control on the population. So for the population control, governments announced and shared many schemes. So this point also included in the goals of plans. Now 7th over, now 8th we are going to see, improve the standards of living by eradicating poverty. Improve the standards Now 8th one goal we are going to see, improve the standards improve the standards of living by eradicating poverty. Standards by eradicating poverty. So mainly if we see in India, maximum ratio of human society is under the poverty level. So if we have to solve this challenge, we have to finish or eradicate, or we have to remove the poverty from society. So that's why we need to improve the standards of living of the people. Next one we are going to see, develop social services. 9th one, develop social services. So whatever facilities provided by government and also our local government, gram panchayat, municipal corporation, so many social services also we have to develop in local area. Through that we will improve our standards of living. Now 10th one last goal is there, make the economy self-sufficient. So last 10th point is there, make the economy self-sufficient. So in this we will see, already we have studied one point, that second one and third one, we should be independent, self-dependent, and we should not depend on any another country for make the economy self-sufficient. So whatever productions we are taking in industry, raw material we have to take from our country, and we have to take product, we have to take the production of particular material or particular product, and through we have to sell in our country and export in another country also. So through that what will happen, our country will become a self-sufficient. So here we have studied 10 goals of plans. Which plans? 5-year plans. And in 5-year plans, the general goals of economic planning of India as follows. So these 10 plans we have studied now. Now we are going to see first 5-year plan and what changes did into that, and how it was the first 5-year plan. So from 1951 to 1956. So first 5-year plan from 1951 to 1956. So now we are going to see first 5-year plan 1951 to 1956. Okay, let's see. The expenditure in this plan was primarily on agriculture. So mostly they have focused on in this plan agriculture. Mostly government focus on first 5-year plan into the agriculture. Social development, second point, social development. Now third point, irrigation and flood control. Irrigation system for the agriculture, supply of water for the particular field used with irrigation, and also here flood control. Today also we are facing many difficulties while controlling flood. So it is very critical thing. So before the flood we have to arrange, we have to plan, and we have to be safe from the floods. So flood control. Sources of energy. The next point, sources of energy. So what are the sources of energy are here now? Directly sun energy is there. Also we can see the electricity energy is there. So this type of energies, and on that all type of energies government had focused and worked and started for the public. Solar energy, mainly today we are also using, many places we can see the solar plants. So that all started in first year plan. Next one we are going to see in this rural and small industries. Also government focused on in a first 5 year plan rural and small industries. Focused on rural and small industries. Here you can see these all points. Another few points are there. Also focused on heavy industries and minerals. Heavy industries and minerals. Heavy industries and also minerals. Minerals. While in the process of mining we can get minerals, bauxite, aluminium, gold, silver, iron. Mostly iron is used for maximum for the industrialization. So all these minerals we can find while mining in a particular sector. So here government focused mainly on the heavy industries also and minerals. Transport and communication. Next point, transport and communication. Transport and communication. Transport and communication. So communication is what? In their telecommunication is there, about mobile phones, about the landlines, about mass media, television, radios. These all communication, transport and communication. Take and give communication. And next point is there. After that, education and health. Education and health. Education and health. After that we will see, okay, these are the points. See, I'm going to revise you. First 5 year plan 1951 to 56. So mostly which points are mentioned and government focused to develop that all sections: agriculture, social development, irrigation and flood control, also sources of energy, then rural and small industry, also heavy industries, next minerals, transport and communication, and last one education and health. So these all points were included into the first 5 year plan, which is made under the leadership of first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So this plan consisted of measures to lay the foundation of planned economic development. So equally together, suppose we are together equal or equally we see these all were points made under the objective of economical development. So economic development. For this purpose we have focused on these all points. So government also had focused on these all points and their development for the particular objective economic development. So here we understood what exactly added into the first 5 year plan. Okay students, here we have seen and studied the first 5 year plan. Now we are going to see the second 5 year plan from 1956 to 1961. Okay, here we will see the second 5-year plan, 1956 to 61. Second 5-year plan, 1956 to 1961. So what points are focused and tried to develop by government, that we are going to see now. Whatever points had mentioned in second 5-year plan, that we are going to see now. This plan had ambitious goals of industrializations. Industrialization. First one. Ambitions for industrialization. For ambitious for industrialization. Next one, iron and steel industries at Durgapur. Industries were started in that iron and steel industries. Next, Bhilai and Rourkela chemical fertilizers plant at Sindri. Chemical fertilizers, which point focus? Chemical fertilizers. Chemical fertilizers. Next one, rail engine factory at Chittaranjan. Rail engine factory. Next, rail engine factory. Next, railway bogies at Perambur. Railway bogies. Next, shipbuilding factory at Visakhapatnam, one of the famous for the ports of ships. Shipbuildings. And other heavy industries were set up. So other heavy industries. So these all points were included into the second 5-year plan. And also again, for some few points are there. Whatever they are included into the second 5-year plan. In that first one, huge dams like Bhakra Nangal. Huge dams. I will not write the name of the particular place or a state or a city. You have to write afterward in your book. Next, Damodar also, one of the huge dam, and were built to make water available for agriculture, and it led increase in national income. So here we can see totally the second 5-year plan from 1956 to 1961 were ambitious for only industrialization and industrial development made through that. So first we will see which one. Industrialization, into that iron and steel industries were started in many places. Next one, chemical fertilizers also made for the agriculture purposes and for the again industrialization. And a rail engine factory also started with the plan of second 5-year plan. Railway bogies and ship buildings also started through the second 5-year plan, and also huge dams building and the other heavy industries were also started through the second 5-year plan. So here we understood understood about the second 5-year plan, that is totally ambitious for the industrialization. Now next we are going to see third 5-year plan from 1961 to 1966. Third 5-year plan. Third 5-year plan. Third 5-year plan 1961 to 1966. 1961 to 1966. So what are the recommendations and which were the points those who are focused by Indian government to develop our economy, so that we are going to see in the third 5-year plan. So this plan was aimed to bringing about a balance in industries and agriculture. So here we can see this plan was aimed at bringing about a balance in industries and agriculture. The other goals of plan included increase in national income. Okay, so points I will write on board. Balance in industries and agriculture. First point, balance in industries and agriculture. Industries and agriculture. Next one we will see again one goal made by Indian government, that included increase in national income. Second point, increase in national income. Okay, now third one point from this only we are going to see heavy industries development in transport and mineral industry. Heavy industries development in transport and mineral industry. Okay, first point is this, heavy industry. Heavy industry. Heavy industries and development in transport and mineral industry. Development in transport and mineral industries. Mineral industries. Again, next point is there, elevation of poverty and to expand the opportunity for employment. Elevation means remove the poverty, try to decrease the ratio of poverty. Elevation of poverty and and to expand the opportunities for employment. To expand opportunities for employment. So if we decrease the ratio of poverty, if we want to decrease the ratio of poverty, then we have to give employment for the people from society. So we will be successful in that aim. So these all points we are going to see. I am going to revise you what exactly are all. First one, third 5-year plan 1961 to 1966. Balance in industries and agriculture. We have to maintain the balance between industry and the agriculture. Increase in a national income. Next, heavy industries and development in transport and mineral industries. That already we have studied in first 5-year plan. Next one, elevation of poverty and expand the opportunities for the employment. Elevation, we have to remove the poverty ratio and try to give more opportunities for the people into the employment, into the as a labor into the government section. Okay, government tries to make opportunities for the people into the private sector, public sector also as a employment. So next we are going to see in this, after the third 5-year plan, 3 1-year plan were implemented. 3 1-year plan were implemented 1966 to 1969. So 1967, 68 and 69. Only 3 years plan were made by the after that. This was a period of intense famine. So that was one of the period in India, intense famine. The the Indian country faced the problem of famine. So due to the invasion by China, war with Pakistan, the government had to focus on defense rather than development related to tasks. So a little bit the exact attention of government is turned towards the defense system of our country, because that time India was facing the problem of defense with in Pakistan, war with Pakistan and invasion of China. So India turned its attention from this task, all these tasks, and it focused on the defense at a border. The government had to focus on defense rather than the development related tasks. Also, the famine required the government to undertake measures to tackle the effects of famine, and all these issues addressed by Indian economy greatly. So government also focused that problem, which is famine. It should be solved and people should get particular remedy or particular help from government. So also that famine also stressed heavily on Indian economy. So next we are going to see fourth 5-year plan 1969 to 1974. Fourth 5-year plan 1961 to 1970. Fourth 5-year plan. Fourth 5-year plan. 1969 to 1974. 1969 to 1974. After the period of famine. So we are going to see what are the points mentioned and focused in this plan. The intentions behind setting the goal of this plan were that India should become self-reliant. First objective, self-reliant. India should become self-reliant. India should become self-reliant. Next point we are going to see from this. Industries. So second point, develop the basic industries. So government, G-O-V, government should develop basic industries. Next we are going to see from this. Increase the speed of economic development and pay attention to establishing the socialistic pattern of society. Okay, economic development. Next point. It is uncommon main motto, economic development. Next one, economic development. After that, pay attention to establishing socialistic pattern of society. Socialistic pattern of society. Socialistic pattern of society. 14 major banks in country were nationalized in the fourth 5-year plan. 14 major banks were nationalized. Very important. I will write here 14 major banks were nationalized. By Indian government. So 14 major banks, they were nationalized by Indian government. Next point we are going to see from this. This plan did not succeed as expected. Means how much expectation did by Indian government for the achieving success in particular these all fields, that much they have not successful. So the economy had to bear the burden of Bangladesh war. So economy had to bear the burden of Bangladesh war. So whatever war took place between that during that period. So due to that economy in this field, so economy came under the burden and we not got that much success. So the expenditure over the refugees had be borne as well. So here we have studied the fourth 5-year plan, and again 5th, 6th and 7th 5-year plan and 8th, 9th, these all total 9 5-year plans remaining also we are going to see in next lecture very deeply one by one, and we will get information in which plan what changes were and progress took place, or what expectation and ambitions made by Indian government, that we will see. And here we will stop for today. Thank you so much.